Welcome to my channel, EmpressKate Tarot. We're going to get into your money. We're going to get into what you're doing with your life in regards to your career. We're going to get into what actions you need to be taking, what's blocking you, and your blessings. So, yeah, take whatever resonates. If it doesn't fit, don't force it. And, yeah. So, let's see. Spirit guides and ancestors. What is the message for those who are seeking a new career, wanting to upgrade within their career, or just needing to know if they're on the right track? I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're in this transitional period where you want to elevate, but you just don't know where the next lily pad is, if that makes sense. Okay. So we got quite a few options. So this is going to hit quite a few different groups of people. The first one is keeper of records. I hold the records of other people's lives with trust and integrity. So for some of you, you may be in the legal field where you work in like the treasury, where you keep records and stuff like that. Or this is just, that's in your job description, but you may not necessarily work in the legal field. You just may be a keeper of records. You could work in HR. What else is a keeper of records? You could work in the medical field as a, I cannot think of what that job is called right now, but you could work in many places. For some of you, you may be looking into getting your certification so that you can get into the medical field or so that you can get into the legal force. I'm also seeing here global citizen. My connection to the universe calls me to explore the world, enjoying life among my global family. So for some of you guys, you've been working, like the energy I'm pulling from this card is you've been working like all your life. And you've probably worked in corporate America, or you've just worked, can't even talk. You may have worked many jobs. I wanted to say a plethora of jobs. And now you just want to travel. It's not necessarily that you want to find a new job. You want to find a way to make an income to sustain you while you travel and get to know new people. For some of you, you may have friends overseas from way back when. You may be from somewhere else and you just want to travel. Or you just may want to go backpacking. What is it? Eat, Pray, Love or something like that. Now for some of you, we got the student. I study the world so my understanding will lead to peace and purpose among all people. So for some of you, you're contemplating on going back to school. You started, you may have only gotten your associates and you want to go back and get your bachelor's. This is going to help you ascend in your workforce. Or for some of you, you just want to go back to school because you need to learn a trade so that you can change fields. Okay? And then we have Motivator. Okay, so some of you guys are meant to be like motivational speakers. I inspire people to find the magic waiting within them. So yeah, some of you guys may be like an empowerment speaker where you help people find that confidence that they've lost along the way. Or you just attract people, and when you speak about how you live your life and your viewpoints and your perspective. People always tune into you. I'm hearing YouTube, get you a platform, a podcast. Yeah, okay, so let's see. We're going to pull, sorry, we're going to flip you over here. We're going to pull on Keeper of Records first. So for those of you that resonate with this in regards to going into the legal system, medical field, HR, let's get into that. Okay, so for this group, what I'm getting here is you've been doing this job for quite some time and a change is needing to happen. You feel like you've done everything that you can do in this field, or you may feel like there is no more room for growth. So in order to ascend to the next level or the next status and pay, you know that you must leave, but you also, I'm hearing like fear. You're afraid to make this change because you've done this for so long. This is all you know. So starting over, starting over kind of scares you a little bit, but little do you know, like, your spirit guides are rooting for you. Like, they're like, come on, you can do it. You can do it. You're the one to do it, because maybe you're the one that's always, like, you could have came from a medical family, or you could have came from a family where they just always worked hard and never really lived their life to the fullest. And they're saying that you need to do something different, like pursue what it is that you want in life and not do what we've all done already. Yeah, for some of you, you guys may want to go take a trip. You may need to rejuvenate yourself. You are worth so much more than what you're being offered. So what actions do you need to take? Courage. I now release all fears about my future and confidently move forward into my destiny. So yeah, this is you guys that are keeper of records. This resonates with you. You've been doing this for so. I see like someone working in a courthouse, always looking at like the beach and wanting to drink the fruity drinks and on some Stella got her groove back type of energy. Like, I see you wanting to just get away. Like, you're always looking at destination spots that you never get to go to. You never get to actually go out. Like, it's always wake up, work, home. Wake up, work, home. Wake up, work, home. If you have kids, wake up, work, kids, home. Like, it's just, you've been nonstop. So you're basically being told, let's get out there. Let's stop wasting our time. And what's blocking you so we can remove it. Denial. Letting go of a false reality now allows me to join the power of the present and experience a beautiful new future. I mean, I'm just saying, you guys, I know this is really scary, but if you've been looking for a sign, this is it. Quit your job. But definitely be responsible. Like, for some of you, you guys have worked somewhere for so long that you have a stacked up 401k, you have a stacked up pension, something, or it could be that you're waiting for your retirement so that you can cash out on something. So I feel like whatever that means for you, like, go ahead and do the research. Go ahead and see what your options are so you can actually go live your life. Go live the rest of your life. Your ancestors are begging you to do this, okay? So let's get into the motivator. So for those of you that resonate with the message of being a motivator, and then it's funny because the Emperor's at the bottom of the deck, you inspire people to find the magic waiting within them. So what do we have for the motivator? Ooh, you're very very attractive. Very attractive. So I see here for you, if you're already like on social media, you may have times where you feel discouraged because you're in a heavily saturated pool of other motivational speakers, of other people who share content similar to you. So I feel like what I'm picking up is like, what can I do to jazz up what I'm doing to stand out amongst the many people that do what I do? Because I feel like you're a very humble person. You also don't realize how attractive you are, and it's time for you to step out of your shell. It's something about like your appearance, like you may be a very laxed person. That's a lot of cards. You may be a very laxed person, so you don't really get did up too much, and you're thinking, oh, well, I have to get all did up. No, just be you. Get in front of the camera. It's not about how you look most of the times, because there's a lot of people out here looking crazy. It's about what you got to say and who that resonates with. So, I'm going to take both of these because they want to come out. Yeah, like, you need to go ahead and just try. Just try. What's the worst that can happen? Rejection? You should just go ahead, try. Because one person's no is someone else's yes. And sometimes you have to be told no in order to learn how to fight for what's yours. You cannot fight for what's yours if you always give up. So you have to understand that slow and steady wins the race on this. When it if you are on social, if you have social media platforms, or if it's about just building a following, and, you know, finding the right demographic to appeal to, it's a matter of taking your time and being strategic. Like, just because you have a great idea doesn't mean you immediately go do something or you immediately start speaking on it. Some of you also need to stop telling everybody your plans, because you need to be like, you need to learn how to go within and have these conversations on your own, because everybody doesn't need to touch your plans. Everybody doesn't need to know how you're moving. If you want to jazz it up, maybe I would suggest looking at like people who are in the same, I guess, same area or same like whatever, like they post the same type of content or they do this for a living. Look at their pages, look at what they do. I'm not saying copy what they do, but just like notice how more than likely they're just getting in front of the camera and talking. Like they could be chilling outside somewhere and turn the camera on. Like you have to get comfortable with speaking to people and getting in front of a camera as well. Especially since we're in like a social media era. And I mean, so what? If somebody has something negative to say, guess what? Delete, block, move on, next. Yeah, stop being afraid to talk. You're going to build a genuine following, but in order for that to happen, nobody knows what you have, nobody knows what you do if you never put yourself out there. Every shot not taken is missed, okay? So keep that in mind. Let's see. I'm about to go deep, you guys. About to go deep. What actions need to be taken right about now for the motivator? Patience. I now have faith to wait while the universe works behind the scenes to make my life perfect in every way. So yeah, for some of you, it's a matter of you just continuously doing what you're supposed to do and allowing for your spirit guides, ancestors, angels, and the universe to do what they're supposed to do on their side. You're trying to get an understanding of what's going on that side while also trying to maintain what's going on this side that is distracting you from doing what you're supposed to be doing. So it's like, how can you focus on doing something while you're looking at something else doing it? So if I were to be recording myself and I'm constantly looking over the camera to make sure I'm doing it right, I'm pretty sure I'm going to mess up. Focus on the task at hand, okay? Let's see, what's blocking you guys? There's so few of these blockages. What is blocking the motivator? Lack. The universal law of love assures me that I am entitled to a life overflowing with love, abundance, and joy. So, okay, you guys may not be in the most ideal circumstance where money is just flowing, and you may not be comfortable financially. You may not be comfortable. You may not have the biggest following yet. You may not be able to, or you may not have the resources to accomplish where you want to be, but you have to work with what you have right now. Because how can you appreciate all of the greater things in life if you don't work with what you have with right now? Like, it's kind of like you are a humble person. Your expectations, though, is like chef's kiss. It's top tier. Like, you know what it takes to have an experience. You may have studied people and know how you would do something a little different. Like, you're a quality person, but you still have to work with what you have. Because what happens is if you don't have all of those high quality things, it will prohibit you and stop you and discourage you from going forward. So work with what you have now as if it's those things, and eventually you will have those things. Okay? So, let's see. For those of you that resonate with the global citizen, so you've been working and now you want to see what's out there in the world. You want to be your biggest fear. Your biggest fear is not being able to afford it and end up stuck somewhere. Okay, let's see. I feel like some days you just want to up and quit your job, but you know that it's very irresponsible. So I feel like you've been like responsible all your life. You might even be like the oldest sibling or like second oldest. Let's see. What about me? Yeah, you might be the oldest, but yeah, you're thinking about taking a leap of faith here. It's something about your childhood that you never got to explore. For some of you, maybe you are like all into cosplay and anime, so you want to go to Japan, or you want to go to China, or you want to just, go to these different places that you've always envisioned when you were a child. You could have watched movies that, like Discovery Channel, or movies that was like, always about flying to different places. Not Wakanda, I'm sorry. Coming to America. Like, just movies like that where you see all these other beautiful places, so you've always wanted to go there. So, I just keep hearing, like, I just want to quit my job. I just want to quit my job. But you're afraid that you will end up, like, in a detriment or a lack. Let me get one more card for the global citizen. So the universe is saying for you to not worry, to trust that you will be taken care of, to follow your intuition too. You spent many, many nights and many, many dark moments dreaming of the perfect escape from where you've been. I feel like life has kind of just been one thing after another for you, and you never got time to actually stop and go live a little. It was like it was always work, no reward. So I feel like this all kind of stems from your inner child, and just like it's a deep emotional pull for you. Like, you just want to be free so bad, so bad. And like, I feel like you've been seeing signs, you've been getting intuitive messages, whether it's like in movies, on social media. You go to the gas station and somebody's talking about going to Africa and you've always wanted to go to Africa. Just stuff like that. Like, you're just like, I just really want to go. I really want to go. So what action should be taken? Trial and error. There are no mistakes. If I keep trying, the answer will find me. So, say you thought, okay, I'll try and work remotely. But then what if they want me to come into work and I'm trying to backpack for the next 3 months or something like that? I don't know. Okay, so that may not work. Maybe, social media may not be for you. maybe, you know, I don't know, saving up and then just living off of that isn't secure enough for you. You're gonna have to figure out a way. I know it's like that sounds so much easier said than done, but you're just gonna have to figure out a way. Like, let me get another action card, because I feel like that's leaving you feeling like, what? Trust is also here, but perseverance. It is time to keep trying. If I keep trying, it is time to keep trying. Even though I feel like giving up, the universe is stronger than anything that works against me. I will prevail. So I really feel like this is a sign from the universe saying that if you decide, I think I got it. So I know this may sound crazy, but I want you to write your letter of resignation and date it. And then what you're going to do is, say for instance, we are now in September. So say you want to quit like right after the holidays, because you know, a lot of stuff's coming up. So say you want to quit come January 1st. You're going to write this letter of resignation. You're going to date it for January 1st. You're not going to submit it until, I guess, 2 weeks in advance, whatever the usual protocol is. But your mindset now, leading up until then, is all about budgeting, saving, and finding a way to supplement your income. So write a resignation letter, date it, and then get to work. And you better keep trying. You better persevere. You can't get lazy. You can't get tired. You just can't. What's blocking you? Ooh. Perpetual child. I was born to be powerful. It is now safe to fully grow up and make my own choices. So you guys, you've always from your childhood just wanted to be free. Are you a Sagittarius? And now you're in a position where you're just going to have to accept whatever the consequences are, good, bad, but go and do it. You may have been sheltered most of your childhood or your teenage years, and so you always had to do everything right, by the book, step by step. And now you get to actually go do it. It doesn't matter what anybody has to say or what they think. Just go and do it, you know? So, okay. My last group here is the student. So let's see, what's going on with the student? For some of you, you may be worried about like taking a test because you have to pay for it and you want to know if you're going to pass it. You know, you just kind of, you feel like you've been studying really hard and you just really want to get past this phase. Let's see. Yeah. Let me tell you something. If you are contemplating going back to school, go. If you are trying to get into a field and your job's offering for you to go to school, go. Please go, 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 go. And let me tell you why. Because you got the King of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. Like, whatever there is at school for you is going to lead you to a great abundance. Like, you're going to get into a field and they're going to, it's like immediately you're going to get hired. You're going to start at 6 figures, like whatever it is. Or maybe what your job requires is for you to get like a certain certification or something in order to go to the next job, and they're willing to pay for it. You're thinking about going back to school, or you're thinking about taking a test, even if you're not going back to school, you're just, you know, going to real estate, you're doing real estate, or you're whatever it requires you to study, like on some astute student type stuff, do it. If you're contemplating getting a certification, if you're contemplating, I don't know, starting a new field, whatever it is that's going to require you to go to school, do it. It's going to bring you success. For those of you that are already in school, congratulations. You will be successful once you graduate. All this hard work that you're putting in, all these tired nights, staying up late, waking up early, trying to find yourself, trying to eat right, trying to drink water, trying to keep your credit score, trying to maintain, like just all of these things, it's all going to pay off. If you got student debt, student loans, whatever, you're going to make enough money to be able to pay it off. So don't even worry in the slightest. In the slightest. For some of you, you may be the first generation to be going to school. Yeah. For some of you, this is you're a first time or first generation to go to school. All of your, generations before you, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, they didn't go to school. They just worked, or, they just never got to that point. It's something about you. You were chosen in this generation to break that generational curse, to actually become educated, to become the one that becomes wealthy enough to be able to pass that down to the future generations to come, so that everything in your bloodline is going to change, and it's with you. Okay. Don't worry. I know it can be stressful carrying that kind of weight. What action should you be taking? What action should you be taking? Partnership. I trust people and the universe to support and strengthen me in everything I do. So I feel like especially if you're the first person to go to school, like everyone in your family, like they're rooting for you. So they're pushing behind you so that you will graduate. So if you got bills that need to be paid, it's going to be paid for. You might be stressed out because you're still staying at home. Don't worry. All of this is happening for a reason. Trust the process on this. It always gets darkest before the dawn. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, just stay faithful and focused, that everything is coming into alignment for you and your purpose. Now, this is what's blocking you. It's a fear of success. Maybe it's a lot of pressure on you because you're going to be the first successful person, and everybody's going to be asking you for help. So being successful does not mean I will be abandoned, thinking people are going to use you for your money. Success is doing what makes my soul sing. So you going to school, perfecting. I feel like some of you guys are in medical school. You're going to be a doctor. For some of you, you're going to be in business, real estate. I'm getting like lawyer. What is some other this is something big. Like you're going to school for something big, anesthesiology, anything like that, or just you might be going to school just to get a business administrative degree, and that's going to help you with the business that you already have. For some of you already have a business, and you're just trying to tighten up on certain things so you can stay in the loop with keeping your business progressive and moving forward. But yeah, so you have nothing to worry about, student. Continue to study, continue to do what you've been doing, and know that in the end, this is all going to pay off, okay? Now, if you guys want to meet me over at my Patreon, I'm going to get deeper into time frame and step by step into each individual group. So I hope I see you guys over there.